All right, let's make some coffee. How you doing, bro? Bagels? Good. Sheesh. Looking good. All right, we got a little bit of coffee brewing already. Should I make some more? Absolutely. I'm feeling a bit nervous about the Discord launch. It's never gonna be perfect, nah. Let me introduce you guys to, officially, Jacob's Dev Club. This has been a long time coming, as you obviously all know. This is the premium Discord that I've been wanting to launch for months now. And I said I was gonna launch at 30K, but then I realized that, hey, I could actually productize this into something that you guys, or potentially other creators, could actually use as well to launch their own paid Discord communities. So yes, welcome to Jacob's Dev Club. This is what you can expect inside. Okay, so this is the worst this community will ever be. It's only gonna go up from here, but we're starting with, we've got learning resources, we've got announcements, we've got videos, we've got dev chat, we've got a general chat, we've got code help, we've got what I'm working on, and then obviously a couple of voice channels as well for the boys. The cave, the lounge, and a live Q&A session lounge. So yeah, we're starting pretty hot. If you're a developer or you're just someone in tech who's interested in like the entire startup building culture, this is the place for you. We're just essentially gonna be a community of devs, mainly devs, but also like people in product and design and all that stuff as well. Anyone that's interested in building, this is the place for you. We're just gonna be discussing building startups, writing code, bettering yourself as like a developer and as an engineer. And really it's just meant to be a place where you can like just talk with like-minded and like similar people to you in a similar situation. So yeah, that's the dream. I'm gonna be in there. If you wanna talk to me directly, this is probably the best place to do it. So if you wanna jump in, there's a link right down below, a sub link, funnily enough. And today, I'm actually officially launching sub, obviously, so that you can get in. A couple of thoughts that I have on launching sub as well. Terrifying. I really feel like I should do a lot more and have many more features before launching this thing. But in reality, I just need to get it out. And that's kind of like the thing with startups and MVPs. You just need to get a product out there. Today is also officially the launch of sub.me. So go check it out. If you're a creator, you want to start a paid Discord community, go check out sub. So yeah, my dream with something like sub, it is the place that everyone can start their own paid membership community, and in the future, just like sell anything. I feel like as a creator, you should have a super easy way that you can monetize an audience, you can sell your products, you can sell your services, you can actually like build a business almost with like a beautiful link, with a beautiful page, and just like give people access within like 5 minutes. That's the dream. We're only day one. We're only just getting started right now. There's nothing sensitive on this board. No, I think we're good. I had someone in the last video actually see one of my Discord invite links and jump into the Discord. Now he had no premium roles, but he did get in and I could see him in there. So yeah. That's Jacob's Dev Club. Been wanting to launch it for a while, super exciting, and also terrified at the same time because I just don't feel like it's perfect. But we're only up from here. If you're a developer, if you're someone that just loves tech, loves building, loves coding, this is the place for you. Jump in, there's a link right down below. Otherwise, today, the build continues. There's a couple of core things that I need to sort out, especially if you're someone like a creator who's coming into sub and building your own page, that you will notice right as soon as you get inside. The first one being, there is currently no analytics. You can't see how many subscribers you have, how much money is coming in recurring, how much money is expected to be paid out, when you're expected to be paid out, like basic things that really should be sorted from day one. Now, all of these things are secure. They're all good to go. You're gonna get paid out. You're gonna have emails coming through anytime someone subscribes, so at least you're notified by email, but it's not perfect. And once again, this is just going back to the MVP of like just getting something out there, shipping as fast as possible. And keep in mind, I really only started coding this 4 to 5 weeks ago. It's like 30 to 50,000 lines between front end and back end project, and it's just been absolutely insane. So my brain is drained, I'm tired, I'm excited at the same time, and I'm finally getting something out, but it's also equally terrifying because I'm like, I feel like naturally deep down I'm like a perfectionist, but I just need to get something out. I can't wait to see you guys in Jacob's Dev Club. What I'd also love to do as well, and oh, I completely forgot. I have some crazy news coming up in the next little while. It'll be, when can I announce it? Probably the end of May. The end of May I can announce officially what's going on. But like, for what you've seen on this channel, everything's about to change. Like New York lifestyle is great. New York developing, coding, great. Everything's cool. But we're about to go up a level. Like it's actually gonna go crazy. So yeah, super excited to share all that with you. And this is not just like some ploy of like, oh, this is gonna go crazy and I'm gonna start like daily vlogging or something. No. My environment is changing completely. And here's a clue. It doesn't involve New York City anymore. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it there. So yeah, anyway, it's gonna get wild. It's like 8:15. Me and Pave are like the only ones here. Let's get coding. I've got a few features to do. We are officially live. Backend's up, front end's up, everything's good to go. Sub.me. So go check it out if you want. Had a couple of funny things, of course, that you would see on launch production day. First one being jumped in, couldn't sign up. And I was thinking, why the heck can I sign up? Looked in the network tab, figured out that my reCAPTCHA token wasn't doing any sort of verification. So actually behind the scenes, if when you register, there's actually like a reCAPTCHA Google sequence going on in the background just to prevent any kind of bot traffic. That's just happening without you even knowing it when you sign up. And so there's a token that it's verifying against on my backend and doing like a Google verification. Because there was no environment variable set on my production backend, it couldn't verify, so I couldn't sign up. That's the first thing. The next thing as well is I didn't have my sub.me origin set for my cause settings inside my Nest.js project. So of course I couldn't do any requests as well. So that was the second thing, just fixed both of those. And now we're good to go. We're just finishing up the redeployment now on the back end. Classic production launch day woes. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes with traffic, I guess. This one's for all the devs out there who want a technical demo on how this thing actually works. Let's see if we can find a spare room. This has been a huge project. I'm stoked that I finally got it out, but man, I am exhausted. Oh, it's exciting though, super exciting. Look at this, the Millennium Falcon. All right, guys, we've made it. We made it to production launch day. Also, how good is the lighting in here? I might need to come in here more. So, Sub is live. We are completely live. I've already got people who have signed up. I haven't even put the link anywhere. I've put it in one place, on the Sub Instagram. Currently, obviously has no followers because it's brand new, but someone's already signed up, which is hilarious. But this is it, guys. We have new creator economy tool out in the wild, which is super exciting. And most importantly, my page, Jacob's Dev Club, is live right now, as you can see. Jacob's Dev Club. So if you haven't already, go subscribe below, join the Dev Club, join a team of developers who are just like fascinated at building stuff and enjoying it. Now what I really want to do is for all the developers out there who are also interested in building, love building projects, or even if you're just getting started, I want to give you a rundown on how this thing actually works. At a very high level, front end, Next.js, Tailwind, TypeScript. Back end, Nest.js, TypeScript, Prisma for querying, and PostgreSQL for the database. I'm hosting everything backend wise on Railway, 6 startup, you should check them out. They're kind of like the Vercel for backend. All the front end is hosted on Vercel. I've got Google Analytics, I've got Microsoft Clarity. We've got a whole lot of things going on in the background, which is really cool. We've got Stripe integration, Discord integration, we've got Telegram, WhatsApp, and Slack to come over the next few months. But most importantly, I actually want to get some feedback from you guys about what you would want to see if you're a creator. I'm sorry to anyone that's not a creator, this is not the tool for you, But if you are a creator, I want to talk to you personally. But what you're actually here for is how this thing works. So let's jump in. Essentially, in a nutshell, this is how this thing works. Powered by Sub. Let's head over there. This is the main homepage. This is the main landing page. If you actually just want to see how this entire onboarding flow works without even doing it, you can just watch this video, sub.me, head over to that URL. But what you're doing right here, first of all, is just claiming a username, and you're just going to see if it's even available. Now, obviously Jacob isn't because I just claimed it. But the first thing we're going to do is claim a username. It's going to throw us into the flow. It's going to get us into a dashboard. I'm just going to quickly log in. And then you've got this editor, which is super sick. You've got a way to completely customize your onboarding for your private community. You can do your images, you can do your text, you can do your features, you can do your palette customization, themes, everything. So super, super cool, and just a way that you can customize to your personal taste and brand, and that's really cool. Where this gets more interesting is actually how everything under the hood is working. So there's a few things going on. First of all, obviously payments. I'm running all my payments through Stripe at this stage. Now, Stripe obviously are pretty ruthless when it comes to transaction fees, but this is the world we live in. Every single provider out there, unless they have their own POS, is using Stripe. And so Stripe are going to charge like a 2.9% plus 30-cent fee. Sub is charging a 4% fee. Most importantly, as a creator, I want to be coming up against these big platforms like, I don't know, the one that starts with P and another one that starts with O, who charge like 20, 30% for all payments. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to be in the like right mind for creators and just like give them the tool to put out the sickest landing page for their community building that they can. So anyway, that's the first thing. We're running everything through Stripe, but in the future, my dream is that I can actually build my own POS provider and almost become the new payments provider, and like even like expose an API for other developers so that people can create their own marketplace solutions as well at like a discount of what you can currently do with Stripe right now. That's like a long-term dream. Who knows how long it would even take to get there, but anyway, currently using Stripe. For the integration with Discord, I've actually got a custom Discord bot, which you'll see if you jump into the Dev Club. You can see, look at this, up in the top right corner, SubMe bot. And this bot is always listening. It's listening to events going on the channel, it's listening to stuff going on in the back end, it's figuring out everything that's going on and making decisions based on transactions going through, transactions failing, users that are being kicked, or anything going on. It's figuring everything out and doing all the business logic for your Discord server. It's super easy to set up. If you want to add this bot to your Discord, you just go through the dashboard flow, click connect, and it's just gonna instantly install into your server. Super easy. This is actually the tech breakdown in like 2 seconds on how the whole thing's working. For the front end, you can see we've got a main source folder. And if we open up our app, you can see we've got all our main pages right here, good to go. We've also got components all in their own directories and subdirectories, which is really, really nice. And then we've also got some providers, well, one in this case, which is my authentication provider, so that holds all the user state. Anything to do with them logging in and actually being an authenticated user is inside this provider, and that wraps the entire app. And then most importantly, what's really cool, I actually have this provider wrapper here. And this is really cool. This is like a great hack if you're building web applications. This provider literally has my theme provider, query client provider, so that's for anything to do with like React Query, TanStack, my authentication provider, my tooltip provider, my Google Capture provider, so actually when you're signing in and creating an account, inside is the rest of the app. So literally everything has the context provider wrapped around it, which means that I can access anything from anywhere in my app. Pretty cool. You should do it too. That's the front end architecture in 7 seconds. This is the back end. So the back end is broken up into 4 main modules. We've got libraries, public, utility, and then also authentication, as you'll see right here. Now I'm using Nest.js for the entire backend build. You can see I've got my Discord bot also sitting inside here as well and listening at all times to all events that are coming through the backend. Inside each of these, if we jump into, let's go into the public folder, you see we've got page, subscriptions, and users. These are the 3 main categories of endpoints that are coming through my backend application. So anything to do with updating, creating, changing, modifying a page goes in that page module. Subscriptions, obviously anything to do with payments and subscriptions going through there. And then obviously our users. So for your user management, this is not your customer users, this is for creator users. I've actually built this in a really cool way where anyone who's actually buying a subscription from a creator doesn't need to authenticate at all. We're actually just using their email and we're figuring out a solution to generate like one-time access tokens, incognito tokens, so that users can manage their subscriptions without actually having an account on here. Super secure, it's just using UUIDs, definitely not guessable, and they expire super fast, so you got to use them within a small window. That's the public folder. Otherwise, we've got 3 other main ones here. Auth is anything to do with actually logging in, signing in, creating and registering an account. Library, that's to do with my events and my webhooks that I receive. And then also utility functions. So the Discord service, the logger service, mail service, Stripe, and also my upload to S3 service is all inside the utility. Everything talks to everything. Things are initialized at different places, but most importantly, Nest just gives you kind of all these superpower tools right out of the box as soon as you get started. So it's super cool, super easy to get started, and I definitely recommend if you haven't checked out Nest, go check it out because it's just gonna like change your life as a backend developer. That's the 7-second version of my subscription SubMe backend. Now today, my biggest priorities are just maintaining, watching the traffic that's coming through. I haven't actually put the link out really publicly anywhere. I haven't really made any big posts on Sub or any platform to do with Sub, so I'm not expecting a large amount of traffic. However, there are people signing up and I can see people actually visiting and viewing the site, and I can actually like watch their sessions, and that's really cool. My biggest thing right now, I just wanna make sure that people can contact me if they need to, if something's gone wrong. I wanna be able to see that payments are going through. I wanna be able to just like make sure that everything's working as it is expected. And then I'm also just gonna move on to, in probably about 10, I've actually got a meeting. I need to finish this up. In about 10 minutes, probably actually gonna start writing a to-do list of all the core critical things to go ahead for this next week. Because I can imagine with all you guys turning up when this video comes out, there's gonna be a lot of traffic coming through. So I'm just gonna make sure that the back end's ready to go, front end's gonna handle it. Yeah, I think everything should be sweet, but I'm also like terrified because I'm just launching really fast and getting this MVP out just to prove that people want it. So yeah, anyway, super excited, super tired, most importantly excited, and otherwise I'm gonna get to it. I've got a meeting I need to jump into, and otherwise, let's keep going. Oh, last thing that I completely forgot to mention, I want to add a roadmap feature where you guys can actually vote on the next features that you want to see inside Sub, especially as a creator. So for all of you that are not actually interested in creating a membership community, that's fine. I don't really need your feedback, but for those of you that really do want to build a membership community, I want to hear from you. So I'm going to launch this roadmap feature. I've got a few services I'm weighing up right now. Maybe that's the next project after this. I build like a sick roadmap feature for startup products. But anyway, I want you to be able to like submit ideas. You can see which ones have like the most votes. You can vote and unvote, and like just, we can prioritize the features that you guys actually want first. I need to add that in today as well. Let's see what we can get done. All right, let's move. You wanna know something super hilarious? I've had someone already join the Dev Club, and it's not even launched. Like, there's no link anywhere. Shout out Ro, you are officially the first Dev Club member. Just got out of a MVP workshop where it was just talking about do not overbuild, do not like go into hypothesis and thinking you need to like spend months and months building something that just to like prove yourself wrong that no one even wants it. I feel like my unfair advantage in this situation, in fact, let's get some green in here, it looks better with green. My unfair advantage in this situation was that I was first building for myself. In most cases, I would say, and especially with something like RepoBear, for example, I would always pre-sell and validate first before building. Otherwise, you can just spend weeks, if not months and months and months on end building something and you don't even know if anyone wants it. Now in this case, what's really cool is I haven't even launched. I got everything in production this morning and I got it all tested and did the full checkout flow and made sure the Discord utility bots and automations are working, good to go. And sure enough, someone's purchased, jumped into the Discord, the automations worked, and it's great. That's really cool to see. However, that is also an unfair bias because these are people that are interested in me and my channel, which is really good, but not necessarily creators who want to create their own sub. So I think my priority now, coming out of this MVP workshop, is really going to be talking with creators, people that actually want to build Discord communities, and not necessarily even just Discord, other platform communities as well, and figure out what they want the most. In my case, specifically, it was I want a customizable landing page, something that looks really clean and it's responsive for both desktop and mobile. I need to be able to customize it to the world's end to my brand. Number two, the fees need to be so much cheaper. If you're going through Discord alone on their monetization service, you're paying a 10% fee to Discord, plus Stripe fees, or you're paying 30% to Apple on top of that as well, plus transaction fees, which is ridiculous. If you're going through a couple of other services, they're paying 5, 6, 7% plus Stripe transaction fees. If you're going through Patreon, obviously it's like a 12 to 20% plus whatever transaction fees. Going through us, it's now 4% plus transaction fees. So already beating in those top two things right there. And then number 3, you need all user role permissions automated, completely done for you. That was the kind of like 3 main things that I needed in a service. And there was no one quite out there that did that for me. So I feel like I've nailed the MVP. I've got something that actually works in the real world. It's not just a mock-up. It's not just like a run through. It's not just some Figma automation that looks cool and like mocks the whole process. No, this thing actually works. It can receive money. It can take fees. It can pay out to creators. It's good. It's good to go. My biggest challenge right now is going to be finding other creators just like me, who want to build these super tight-knit niche communities for their audience. So yeah, I got to figure that out. That's going to be a big thing. Anyway, I've got a couple of meetings coming up. I'm talking about my business. I'm talking about what my goals are going forward. And I feel like this is a great start, talking with actual customers. Okay, guys, we're at the Succession building. You're not going to believe this. You guys have just been so generous. All the views I've gotten on the channel. Look what I've bought. Amazing. Paid about $400 million for it. It's in escrow currently. Oh my gosh, can't even open these doors. I'm just so rich now, guys. Check this out. In fact, I don't even have time to upload videos anymore because I'm so rich. Man, I've been playing this so much today. Yeah, man, I've played like 14 games of pool already by myself. But yeah, it's pretty good being rich, you know? You guys wouldn't know. But yeah, but seriously, I'm actually in the Succession building. How sick is this? Shout out to these guys. Shout out to Basat and Estelle. How crazy is this? Like, what the heck? Isn't this so sick? So yeah, just came here, helped someone out. We're filming a little segment video. Another person who's in the residency with me at Antler for their business, which is cool. But we got to use this space. Like, how crazy is this? So apparently this is the building where they filmed Succession. So it's like in here, but then also there's an apartment, like a penthouse. But like the views here are just insane. Helicopter down there, about to take off. Wild, absolutely wild. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. This is insane. Okay, so the last 4 to 5 weeks have honestly been just insane. And right now, there's a big opportunity for me to market this really well. Obviously, the main people that I need to be talking to are creators, people like myself who also want to create these private, paid Discord communities and any other platform communities as well. My biggest concern right now is because I'm not building, which is the thing that I am best at. I am best at ideating, product, implementing, and delivering. That is what I'm really good at, and I've been doing that non-stop, constantly, under pressure, no pressure, like many different environments doing that. But now I'm getting my marketing hat on. I'm concerned that everything slows down, which it does, and that's actually okay. And I had a meeting today with one of the partners at Antler, just talking about kind of where I'm at and where the business is at. And because obviously we got that one rogue subscriber that came in today, technically the app is actually profitable and making money, which is really cool. That's honestly a really cool metric, even if it's just a little bit. But where I think the biggest value going forward for this application, and especially for my time and my energy, is gonna be focusing purely, at least for the first week or so, on delivering the best, and I'm talking the #1 experience for my personal dev club. And so what does that look like? It looks like being really active inside the community, talking with a lot of people, helping a lot of people, providing really cool content inside this community, getting people to join and actually just be like super satisfied with this community. And so that's like my #1 mission, especially over this next week. More people coming in, jumping into the community, getting value and wanting to stay. That's like my #1 metric. And obviously that's gonna happen anyway for like a lot of these long-term subscribers like yourself who have been around here for like months, if not like years at this point. My biggest thing and my new hypothesis, especially for how this thing scales and shares to new people and new creators like myself, is that if I can deliver the best experience, why would those people not talk to their creator friends? Or at least their creator friends somehow see that they're part of this really cool thing, sub, maybe I'll try it out myself. This is actually one thing that I forgot to note on last week. When I got roasted, I don't know if I told you guys, I got roasted. I actually presented my app, the entire onboarding flow for Sub, to the Antler residency team of all the founders. And I got roasted. People gave feedback. People said, this doesn't work well. This should be done better. I had like partners at Antler being like, you should do this differently. You should do this differently. Really good. And like, to be honest, a roast is one of the best things that you can go through. It really makes you challenge all the kind of main beliefs that you had in one thing and how you can deliver it better, which is what I did. I just literally over the next 24 hours from that roast, implemented a whole lot of things, made the onboarding flow like way faster. But the point being, where I was going with this is that onboarding experience that I got roasted on, where people come into the application and actually create the sub and get that first aha moment of, oh, this is me, this is my brand, this is my paid private community that I'm building. I need to give that experience to as many people as possible. And so how do I do that? I first start with myself. Am I getting that experience? Am I feeling like, wow, this is a great onboarding experience for myself and also for my users? Number two, are my users getting value out of my community? Are they gonna stay? That's gonna have them talking. That's gonna have them engaging more inside this community. It's gonna mean it's way more value. Number three, if those people are enjoying it, they're gonna tell their friends. There's a chance that out of all of these 31,000 people that are subscribed to this channel and all the new people, 51% on average, new people who are watching the channel who aren't subscribed every month, that someone else is also a creator like me who's wanting to start a paid community on Discord. And so that's where I'm going. That's my thinking at the moment. I have a history in marketing. I've done paid media on Facebook and Google PPC and like all sorts of different creative stuff. I love the dev side more. I think the dev side and the engineering and the product and actually building things is where I thrive. The marketing isn't as fun to me, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. And right now, I've just got to be like very strict with myself. Once again, like the pure focus that I've had over the past month and just go, okay, number one thing that's going to get me another creator on board, another creator on board, another creator on board, and so on, so on, so on, is first, me giving a really good experience, and two, keeping people in that experience and helping them enjoy the community more and providing as much value as I can. That's my thesis anyway. So for the next little while, I'm just gonna be talking to creators. I'm gonna be giving the best quality experience to my community. Essentially, I'm really just gonna be stepping back from the build for a second, which is super unnatural for me, and actually just focusing on the community. That's my number one thing. And something that I found really cool as well is we had a session this morning with one of the visiting partners at Antler talking about MVPs. And what they really are is just a hypothesis that you've implemented something small and now you're just trying to validate that hypothesis. And that's really all it is. Maybe I have over-engineered my MVP because it's like looking okay and it like does all these connections, and maybe I could have faked it and gotten a whole lot of creators to test it out and prove it that way. Also, yeah, Hermie's got a cone. He got a little scratch on his face. Ooh. What's Maddie got? Maddie's got cheese and crackers. Look at that. A whole block of cheese right there. Oh, thank you.
It's like a healthy Fanta.
Prebiotic soda? What on earth? What? Do you want it? I don't know what this is, but Maddie got it for me. Let's give this a go. Oh, it kind of just tastes like healthy Fanta.
It is?
Mmm. I like that. That's cool. Anyway, if you take anything away from this entire thing, I'm focusing on community. MVP is done. I'm pausing the build slightly. And number three, I'm just going to be talking with creators. People like yourself who also want to build a paid, private, premium community. That's the story. Last thing before I let you go, if you're a creator, or at least you just want to claim your username on Sub so no one else can take it, go and claim your username on Sub. There's a link below to my one. You can follow the button at the bottom to get to the Sub main homepage. Claim your Sub username, otherwise you're going to miss out. Oh my gosh, I almost fell over. Okay, sorry Herm. If you're a creator, go claim your username now at sub.me. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys like tuning into the engineering vlogs over the past month. It's been crazy. Definitely our biggest month yet for views and like watch time and everything. So shout out to you guys. Once again, if you haven't joined the Dev Club, link down below. Go sign up. Otherwise, also go claim your name on sub.me. It's going to become a hot commodity in the future, so you're going to wish that you claimed it. Also, I've got God mode. I can touch the database myself, and I can delete usernames if you're just spamming. So don't do that. But otherwise, shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're a dev, and I'll see you soon.